Dr. Wood, author of the book Miracles Minutes. Today I'm going to share one of the secrets from the book that I authored. So today we're going to talk about the hip joint. And a lot of times when you have hip pain, it's not the hip. So one of the things I share in the book is whatever's complaining is not the problem. This is what I found 21 years of clinical experience. You may test it, yeah, it hurts, yeah, it doesn't bend, it doesn't work, but just because you start stretching it doesn't mean it's going to start working again. So let's cover a little bit of anatomy here. So what you need to understand is that the hip actually has more to do with your ankle and your shoulder. And it may not make that sense to you, but the first load-bearing joint of the body is the shoulder. So what happens is the shoulder slides back, it pulls the body upright and lets you be in gravity in case of this line. The ankle is the shock absorber. So if you talk about a car, that if you have driving a car that doesn't have shock absorbers, all the energy goes up and pounds the chassis or pounds the frame. So when we have an ankle joint that doesn't hurt, does not hurt, but is not functioning, how do you know if it's functioning? Can you draw a circle with your ankle 30 times one way and 30 times the other? Can you fully bend your ankle back and bend it forward? So if you lose that range of motion, what happens is when you're going to walk and you're moving your foot, your brain and foot may not connect, and what happens is all that energy comes up and it pounds the heck out of your hip. So that's what worked for me. I started doing some ankle circles and some other ankle exercises, and next thing you know, boom, my hip that I was trying to stretch for like a year all of a sudden started to just open up on its own. I didn't have to do anything to the hip. It started working. So if you like what I had to say here, you can check out my book, Miracles Minutes, and there's a lot of great information of how to solve complex pain problems that nobody's been able to solve and get you going back in life like where you want to be. Back throwing the ball with your kids. Just because you're older doesn't mean you have to resign out of life. But if you can't solve the problem's going to continue to take you out of life. Also think about this. If what you're doing isn't working or producing the result, try something else. What most people would do is humans, we get attached to the doing, all the hype behind it, like this is the greatest product in the world, it's going to work, da 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 da. The question is it producing the result? Like, did I get the result? Did I get the paycheck? And everyone gets attached to the doing aspect. This is the best exercise. I could tell you my personal trainer who trains with, the NFL, this is what he has his players do. Well, that's great, but it always comes back to a simple thing. I'm different than you, you're different than me, and you need to find out if this works for you. If it works for you and gives you the result that you wanted, great. If it's not giving the result, do something else. So Dr. Wood, author of the book Miracles Minutes, have a great day.